Namaste, and welcome today to our class called Functional Restorative Yoga. It's different than restorative yoga. Restorative yoga is you lie in one position for 3 to 5 minutes with props around us. This is called functional yoga, which meaning that how functional do we need to be through our postures? Our postures in life are metaphorically being out there in the world, opening your heart, and physically and anatomically being able to strengthen and stretch the muscles that need to be serviced for you to be healthy and vibrant, tall in life. So, what do we have here today? I have my friend Eliza here. Eliza works on Langdale, which is on the Sunshine Coast in, believe it or not, grade kindergarten to grade 3 outdoor school. Isn't that an amazing, natural way to do education? So thank you for being here. I'd like you to look also to see that we have a strap, always, a block of some kind. It can be a hard block or soft block. We have a squishy ball, and we have a spiky ball, which we all love. And some of us here in the room, the live people in the room, also have another ball. It's a bigger ball that they might choose to roll on. Every body is different, so we have to find our way. So straighten your legs along the ground. Bring your hands down by your side. And just pause for a moment and feel the small arch in your spine. And let's connect with our breath before our mantra. Bring your hands over top of your belly, intertwine your fingers. The in-breath is the expansion of the belly as deep as you can. So let's inhale, push into your hands. The hold is called come back in, which is a lung strengthener. And the out through your nose is a long, slow breath, as slow as you can, all the way out. And then the last of the 4-part breath is come back out, where you hold your breath to strengthen your lungs. And then you breathe normally. And then you open your mouth with a ha breath. Ha, ha, clearing the throat chakra, which is a chakra of communication, and allowing yourself to release tension in your body. Let's try that again. Deep inhale, push into your hands as much as you can. Hold the breath at the top. Feel your uncomfortableness, but feel the hold. And then exhale, drawing the belly button into the spine through your nose, keeping the heat in your body. And then hold that out breath. This one is hard for some people. They feel uneasy and a little bit of anxiety, but try to stay calm and stay with it. And then breathe normally and really enjoy the release of this control breath, or cough is perfect for your lungs. And then open up your mouth with a, so this 4-part breath, followed by breathing normally and a ha breath, is a beautiful way to open our practice. Take a deep inhale, fill up your belly, fill up your ribs, push into your hands with that big breath. Hold, hold, hold. How slow can you exhale through your nose? When you get to the bottom, pull your diaphragm up and under. There's still more air there to come. And then hold that as much as you can. Expansion of the ribs, strength of the ribs, strength of the lungs, and then breathe normally. And then open up your mouth with a ha. So I want the ha breath to be sound at different paces and rate. So I would like everybody to tie into their in-breath, their held breath, come back in. Their longest exhale with pulling the belly under the diaphragm and the hold. And then I want you to breathe normally. And then I want you to make the ha breath. So we're going to have ha's happening all at different paces. Let's begin. Inhale. At your own pace. Beautiful. A little louder with the ha's, please. Then watch your breath normally if you're still coming out. Feel your quiet, feel your calm. Beautiful. All right, one more like that. Inhale. Continue on your own. This is practicing longevity of breath and strengthening of lungs. I invite you all to do that sometime in the day. In, hold, out, hold. Ha breath and normal breath. Breathing normally now is called essence breath. Excuse me. Following your breath with a mantra. Deep friendship, deep love. May you know how much I love and respect you, whether on this earth or off. May you know how much I trust and feel safe with you. May we forgive each other and develop resilience between us. And may we be loyal, honest, and supportive to each other. Have you got that picture in your mind of a dog, a plant, a person, a human? Again, a mantra. May you know how much I love and respect you. May I know how much I trust and feel safe with you. May we forgive each other and develop resilience between us. And may we be loyal, honest, and supportive to each other. So I'd like you to place those persons that came up in your mind who raised you up like the song. And I'd like you to place them at the bottom of your mat. And I've got my Nana here. And I've got my dad and another friend sitting at the top of my mat, watching me in my practice today and smiling that we're all together through this deep friendship. We're going to begin our practice after our breath count. Bring your knees to chest, hands to knees, and rock side to side. And make sure that you have something behind your head that keeps your neck in one long line. It might be a block, or it might be a ball, or it might be a harder block. You choose. And I would like you to roll towards me and turn your nose to Mother Earth and come into your fetal position, bringing your knees close up to your chest and feeling the safety of life. Beautiful. We're going to begin with a very familiar pose for all of us. I do it many times in restorative. Hands are out in T-shape, palm over palm, and we tie it in with the breath. So inhale, that upper arm comes up to sky, and we look with our eyes. And as we exhale, the back of the palm comes to ground, and we continue to look at the hand. We pause in this 4-part breath. Inhale, lift, pause. Exhale, palm to palm, pause. Inhale, lift. Don't forget the pause, look up. Exhale, back of palm to ground. Look at the palm. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. A cacophony, exhale down. A cacophony, inhale up, of people moving together, exhale, tilting the world into goodness. Inhale up. Exhale down. Together, we're doing the dance of goodness. Inhale. Exhale. Continue on at your own pace, finding it slower or faster, wherever your body is taking you at this moment. Don't forget your twist your nose directly into the earth. A couple of more breaths here. Feel your compassion as you move for that human that you're honoring today in your great friendship. Feel your strength that you have for them. Feel the gratitude throughout your body to know them, whether on this earth or off, you still know them. Different form and shape of plane. Feel how they maybe healed you or guided you through healing this deep friendship. Feel the peace that you've cultivated, the tranquility with them, and how safe you feel when you're with them. And our last dance, bring it out to the side, turn your palm up, and look to that side with your palm up to the left. Open your mouth with a... Let's open up our back now in flexion and extension with a twist. So it's a hard move. The back of our palm on the right side, left side, right side is on the ground. And all we're going to do is take the left hand to the knee and softly pull down on the knee. I want you to feel this rotational twist. On the in-breath, pull the belly button backwards and squeeze the rib cage together and pull your Mula Bandha up. Squeeze, squeeze. And then release. And try to let go of the Mula Bandha and just take your tailbone and tilt it backwards in that position. Just try to pull your tail back. It's hardly a move. And then come to neutral spine and relax. Let's try that again. Pull the belly button back, pull the rib cage in, hold the pose, squeeze your Mula Bandha, anus and genitals up to really ignite those inner muscles of support. And then relax with a this time, and then let your tailbone drop backwards. Pull your tailbone back, try to fan your ribs. It's a small move. And then release. And then one last time, here we go, pull back. Squeeze your inner thighs together, push down on your knee, your back is ready. Pull your Mula Bandha up and breathe a couple of times into this big, huge, delicious stretch. Nice. And then release, open up your mouth with a, and then take that tailbone back and arch the spine and hold your slight little arch, your slight little tilt. Then let go. Take your hand now and slide it up to your butt and give your butt maybe the fist, maybe the palm. We do this so often. Or maybe your spiky ball that you have, you want to take the spiky ball and find some spiky spots of myofascial release with the spiky ball. Keep moving around in your pose. Maybe find a spot with a spiky ball or the round ball and just push down on it. It feels good in certain spots. I'm discovering the joy. Beautiful. You find a spot somewhere? Just keep moving and rolling, pumping and pushing, whatever works for you. Couple more. Maybe down the side of your leg, roll it down the side. When you roll it down the side of your leg, 3/4 of the way down your leg, there's a muscle that connects to the sheath. So you can pound on that 3/4 of the way down, or maybe roll and hold and see what you feel in that area. Beautiful. Yeah. Thanks for your patience. And then take your ball away. Straighten your legs in that position along the ground. Come up onto your elbow if your spine will allow you to go into lateral flexion. Your feet are on your mat now. Straight legs from toes and come up onto your elbow. Now, I want you to see how you can come down onto your palm if it feels good. Everyone come down onto their palm and stack their hips. So this is core stabilization to hold you and stabilizing your belly. And then I'm going to add an extension where your back has to go like this with your legs at your hip. So I'd like you to take the lower leg forward and the upper leg back and see if you can stay square at your hips. How far can you reach those legs like a big, huge scissor? And then point and flex the toes. Point and flex. Point and flex. Have that beautiful point and flex. Nice. Point and flex. And then rotate the ankle and see if you can pull them one more time. So you're doing two functions here. You're bending sideways, which the spine has to learn. And you're extending at the hip. Very complicated. Keep going. Very nice. And then bring it back to center and see if your hips can stay super quiet. So now the challenge is, can you pull your belly under your ribs and take your arm up to sky and see if you can contract your belly so hard that your hips don't wobble, and bring that lower leg that's on the floor forward and the upper leg back. Just lift them off the ground now and pull again. How is that for you holding your posture? Is the hip stacked, or did you roll over to use your quad? Come back if it did. And then rapidly point and flex your ankles for the ability of the ankle joints to be able to move through spaces like when we're hiking quickly. Rotate really fast. See how fast you can rotate. Keep rotating. That's it. Beautiful. Couple more. Nice. And then very slowly come back to center and bring your hand back down. Pause for a moment. Very nice, everyone. Slowly take whatever you have behind your head away and come onto your back. We have to release the back out of this position. So bring both knees to chest, hands to knees, and rock side to side. What do you want to do right now? Do you want to take one knee in each hand and make two big circles? Oh yeah, just massage that spine out of the flexion. And then flex your heels and pull your tail with flexed heels on and off the ground. Oh, yes, that feels so good. Oh, yeah. And then extend your legs to sky and bring your hands behind your legs and lift up as high as you can, just to take yourself out of that lateral movement that you did. Chest up, eyes up, lift up, everything lifts. Beautiful. And then start to pull your tail on and off the ground. Pull. That lower back wants to come out of that extension. Nice. Lovely practice, everyone. And then bring your feet slowly to floor and pause. Look around for your squishy ball and put it between your knees. Bend your knees and bring your feet flat to the floor. Bring your hands down by your side and pause. Check to make sure that your knees and your feet are directly in line with each other, and turn your toes inward. So your big toes are touching. So we're working with the inner thigh, the adductor muscles, the inner thigh, as well as the hamstring, the back of the leg, and buttocks out of the twist. Pushing on your palms, I'd like you to roll up into bridge all the way, vertebra by vertebra. And I would like you to do a little dance with me. I'd like neuroplasticity of the brain delivering messages and your body and brain react together. We grow neurons. Here we go. Squeeze right cheek, release. Left cheek, release. Both cheeks, release. Left cheek, release. Right cheek, release. Both cheek, release. Both together, squeeze, release. Both together, squeeze, release. Both together, squeeze, release. Both together, squeeze, release. I see some hips moving up and down. The hips stay still and it comes through the buttocks. Right buttock, squeeze, release. Left buttock, squeeze, release. Both buttocks together, squeeze, release. And inner thigh holds as tight as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vertebra by vertebra, roll down. Lift your head, take your ball away. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees drop out. Walk your heels towards your groin and bring your arms above your head in the letter Y shape. Open your mouth, make a few oh, nice sounds. I'd like you to arch your spine as much as you can. So you're fanning your ribs, you're pushing your tail into floor and your shoulders into floor. And then you're going to widen the armpits and make sure the palms are turning in and the thumbs are touching the ground. Palms are turning into your head. And then pull the shoulder blades down, pull the rib cage closed, pull the belly into the, and pull your Mula Bandha up to 14 out of 10. Whoa, big move. And then release everything with a, This is a pelvic pull for all the internal muscles of your body. We're moving around your organs. Here we go. Pull the shoulder blades down, pull the rib cage in, pull the belly into floor, and Mula Bandha squeezes right up to 10 out, 14 out of 15. Squeeze really hard. Use all your internal self. Release. One last time. Shoulder blades, rib cage, belly, Mula Bandha up, anus and genitals lift, lift. And release with a ah. How slow can you bring the knees together? Pause. Feel the energy between the thighs as you bring the knees in, ever so slow, being totally present. And then, as slow as you can, bring your arms down by your side and feel the exchange of shape. Make it real slow, slower than slow, bringing them down any way your body feels good. Signs of a deep friendship connection. Laughter is abundant. Honesty is encouraged. Support is real and active. Vulnerability is welcome. You can take down your guard anytime. You inspire each other with growth. You give each other good advice. Both of you feel stronger together. And you especially listen to each other. And when the storms come, you can weather it together. Give thanks to that person who has those qualities and connections with you. We do this pretty well every class because we forget about internal rotation. Let's walk our feet as wide as the mat, turning your toes out, and squeeze your inner thighs together so they're touching, and squeeze your kneecaps together, and make sure your toes are turned off your mat. So everybody externally rotate the toe joint. That's it. Bring our arms in the letter H above your head, so directly above your head. And the key here is to keep your kneecaps together and your inner thighs the whole time. I'd like you to drop your right knee towards the ground and squeeze the left knee in. So the left knee is squeezing in, and the right knee is dropping towards the ground, internal rotation. But keep both kneecaps, inner thighs squeezed together. Many people who are really good athletes, such as myself, have poor internal rotation. So when I do this, I hardly can move because I've done such much hiking and stuff, so external. So I'd like you to squeeze that right butt as hard as you can. Squeeze the inner thigh together. Squeeze, keep that kneecap dropping towards the floor on the right. Keep those top of the thighs connecting. And then pull both shoulder blades down your back. Pull, 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 pull. A little bit more, pull, pull. Whew. Release. Once again, come back up to center and pause. Bring your arms as slow as you can down by your side. There is no hurry. Oh, laughter is abundant. Yeah. Did I ever laugh yesterday? Did it ever feel good? When do you laugh? How many people in this world are you honest with? How many people in this world do you really feel supported of? Like really supported? How many people in this world are you vulnerable with? Slowly bring the soles of the feet together. And this is called rapid movement. So I want you to listen, bring your arms in Y shape above your head, and I want you to respond as quick as you can. This is called neuroplasticity, meaning that you can grow neurons in the brain and stay young and vibrant. Palms are facing in, Y shape above your head. Here we go. Left rib cage pulls into the floor, right rib cage pulls into the floor. Both ribs let go. Right inner thigh squeezes, left inner thigh squeezes, let them both go. Right butt squeezes, left butt squeezes, Let them go. Right shoulder pulls out, not down. Left shoulder pulls out, not down. Release. Head turns to right, back to center. Head turns to left, back to center. And then shoulder blades squeeze down, rib cage, belly, mula bandha, up, knees, release. Shoulder blades, rib cage, mula bandha, abs, squeeze, release. Again, shoulders, ribs, belly, release. The last time, squeeze, 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 release. And then open your mouth with a ah. So once again, how slow can you move your knees together? How slow can you feel every micro movement of life, every delight? Ah. And once again, with your shoulders, we're going to contemplate from an article by Leader. It's probably the best article for me that I found on the actions of deep friendships. Arms down, knees together. Pause and wait. So you will hear these qualities in these people that you have deep friendships with. And then you'll go and say, okay, if these are all the qualities, why am I hanging out with that other person? Because they don't show any of these qualities. Maybe you want to fire them, or maybe you want to be loyal to them. But go into a relationship cognitively and making a decision. Don't just slide in. Deep relationships. So let's roll to the other direction and bring your knees to chest and find that comfy spot of your head that we started our practice with. So look around, maybe your ball or your block, or maybe your blanket and your block, so that your spine is in line and you feel really comfortable, and you've rolled over to the other side. And I would like you now to bring your hands palm over palm. And maybe before we start, you look around and you see your spiky ball, so you don't have to struggle when you're in that comfy position. Palm over palm. On the in-breath, lift your arm up, pause. And on the out-breath, you bring it down towards the floor, shoulder on floor on the right side. So your arm is to the right and your knees are to the left. Inhale all the way up to center. Follow it with your eyes, please. Exhale, palm to palm. Look downward. Inhale, body is facing over. Exhale, down. Inhale in unison. Feel your dance, your grace. Exhale. Continue on at your own pace, finding the speed of your breath and the cadence of the motion. Analyze, does it feel good for my neck rotation? It's in one long line, so I'm not stressing my neck. Just examine as you move. You are your greatest teacher and healer. You just have to pause and watch. Pause and watch. What's coming up for you right now? Is it about softness in your body? Are you focusing on the tightness instead of the joy? Just feel your dance by yourself with your breath. And our last one, as you bring the arm out to the side and looking towards that long arm on the right, If you choose, take your left hand onto your knee and pause. That can be a push or it can be just a held there. First quality, every time this person shows up, friends show up no matter what. When you're called to serve in a friendship, you show up and you demonstrate your commitment every time to that person. They show up in good times or bad, when you're ready or not ready. Sometimes you know that a person doesn't show up. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. Maybe they're just acquaintances, or maybe you're okay with that. But for me, showing up every time is really the sign of a true friendship. The second is true friends give way more than they take. Too often we're compelled to keep score. I'm not saying keep score, but to have a meaningful relationship, we have expectations of return and give and go. And giving more. Remember my friend saying, in our marriage, it's 100%, 100%. And I thought, how beautiful. Let's work together now. If you choose, pull the rib cage backwards, pull down on your hand, squeeze on the inner thigh, hold the pose, pulling on your back muscles, and then release with a ha. Again, pull on the back muscles and the abdominals, if it feels good for you. And then go, ah. 2 more times. Pull back, pull down on the knee if it feels good for you. Ah, let go. One last time as we pause in our whole practice. Ah. Find your ball and take it into the right hand and start rolling it around on your hip and bouncing it, whatever feels good, with that spiky or hard ball, whatever one you have. As you move around, either by rolling or pounding or softening, you might find spots that you want to hold. You choose. Not only do good friends show up every time, they give more than they take. The third is they show sincere respect. Let's face it, if you don't respect another person, it's very hard to build a meaningful relationship. It's fundamental. Think of those people that you have a deep friendship with and how you have respect. And if you don't have respect, just acknowledge it. Like going into a friendship, you got to know all the parameters. This is reflection for you. Next is confidentiality. Friendship is built on trust. And we never breach confidentiality when we're told not to say something. A deep friendship never does. We don't gossip about the other person. We don't destroy the confidence. We zip our lips. Do you know how many stuff I have in my brain after 25 years of teaching yoga and people and I talk? Zip your lip. It's not your story to tell. Whew, that was good. All right. Straighten your legs along the floor and come up onto your elbow. So stay where you are on your side. Don't turn anywhere. And bring your palm into your hand. So we have a mild lateral bending sideways. Many of us can laterally bend more by coming up to the elbow. You choose. It's a big extension with a lateral flexion. Lift your feet slightly off the floor, take the lower leg forward, the upper leg back, and analyze whether it's too high for you to come up. And start to point and flex your feet really rapidly to use those ankle joints. That's it. And then give yourself a circle with the ankles all the way around really fast. The delightful ankles that support you on your walks, in your flip-flops. And then bring the legs back together and pause. And make the decision, can I lift that upper arm up to sky and stay square? Can I pull my belly button backwards? Can I lift my feet off the ground and keep holding my belly tight? And I pause because I might want to lower leg forward, upper leg back. Point and flex as fast as you can, really using all the muscles of the lower leg so we don't atrophy. And then big, huge circles around, really work those ankles. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm getting tired in my feet. Good, good. And then slowly bring them together and bring your hand to ground. Bring your feet down. Pause for a moment. Roll onto your belly. Take your spiky ball between the eyebrows, your third eye that you do know what a good friendship is, and move around. Just bounce on your hard ball or your spiky ball. Or you might find that you want to use, if you have a different kind of ball, maybe a bigger ball, you can roll around on it. Or maybe you bounce on that squishy ball, or maybe you love spiky ball. Choose what works best for you. And you might roll over onto the side of your temple and feel that side area and just move around because your face holds a lot of tension in the forehead. And then you might choose to go to the other side if it feels good for you. Really listen to what's happening. We're going to the TJ joint. We hold a lot of tension in our jaw. So let's turn to the right and bring the ball to your left TJ joint on the side, right by sort of by your ear, but in your cheek. And place it in that and start to move, opening and closing your mouth as big as you can with your side of your body on that ball. You might want to change to a softer ball if it's too spiky for you. And then I would like you to open your mouth as wide as you can and have 5 bounces on it. Bounce. Letting go of the fascia in the area. And then lift your head and come to your jaw, right at where your teeth are, right at the front, and just put it right on your jaw, right in the front there, and just massage your gums right there. Roll around or just pause, whatever feels good. This is all discovery in restorative functional. The time where you have this love affair with yourself. Yes, you're just there, 100%. Then go to the other jaw and open and close as much as the body will allow, either on whatever kind of ball works for you here. And you might choose to bounce on it. You choose. Nice facial massage today. Slowly and quietly take your ball away and push yourself to all fours, looking around for your squishy ball, or if you have a larger blue ball, and start your cat-cow, curling your toes under to take the spine out of the lateral flexion when we lied on our side. And then we went into extension when we just did the face rub. Curl your toes under to get really into the anus area to relax your whole lower back. Not only this person shows up every time and gives more than they take, they show sincere respect, they show confidentiality. They're a good listener. You know, the most interesting people you'll ever meet are the ones that are inquisitive and ask questions, and then they really listen to your response. They don't have the monkey chatter happening because you want to speak. They listen with big, huge elephant ears. Listening is a skill that can be developed, but it requires you to stop and pause and witness. Learn to speak twice as slow. Speak twice as less as you're talking. The Indian adage of 2 ears and 1 mouth says it all. How much do you listen versus talk? How inquisitive are you to find out about other people's lives? Really care about their lives. And slowly flatten your toes. Widen your knees as wide as your mat. Come down to your elbows and tripod arms. Plant your elbows there, walk them forward. And slowly, keeping your elbows where they are, start to pull back through your buttocks towards your heels. Keep your elbows where they are in your tripod. And then push those elbows into floor and squeeze the armpits together. Squeeze. This is your rotator cuff muscle, so really pull them in. Pull. Pull. Keep going. And see if you can stick the tail higher to sky as you drop the belly down, as you pull, pausing for our shoulder ability to be able to move through spaces. Keep pulling a couple more breaths here. And then with your legs wide, with your elbows where they are, come back up and do rapid cat-cow. Exhale as you push your hips forward. Inhale as you drop your belly. Continue as fast as you can. Exhale, and let's hear the power in the room. This is called a kriya, clearing of the gut. So the more noise you can make, come on, let's hear some noise in the room. Really let all the noises out. Open your mouth wide and breathe through the, very nice. Let's hear you in the room, please. Let's hear you online. Beautiful. Give me 10 more of loud sounds. Ha, 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 ha. Get rid of tension in your body. Keep going. Ha, 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 ha. Woo, I like that woo over there in the corner. I heard you online. Last two. And then pause and lift your belly to sky and wait and listen to the reverberation. And now it's time to go into a gut cleanse. Take your squishy ball and lie on your squishy ball. Put it on the right side of your body, right by the pubic bone to the ribs to the outer hip, and lie there. Come up on your elbows. Hold your extension, squishy ball. I'd like you to roll on the squishy ball, massaging all your internal organs on the right side. Yeah. Maybe you want to bounce. What do you want to do now to feel really good? A deep friendship shows up every time, gives more than they take, shows respect, has confidentiality, is a good listener, and genuine and authentic. You know, people are naturally focused inward, but this inward focus causes a couple of things to happen. The first is judgment, and the second is exploitation. Judgment inhibits our ability to actually have a sincere relationship because we're all different. Exploitation means that we seek to be served in relationship versus serving the relationship. To be authentic and genuine, you have this pure intention of exposing yourself and being focused on the friend. All right, so I want you to see if this feels good for you. Come down palm over palm and bring your forehead into your back of your palms. And we're going to push into the ball. Inhale, push into the ball, push, push, push. Exhale, let the ball come into you. Let it nourish and nurture you. Inhale, push into the ball as hard as you can. Push. And then exhale, let the ball come into you. 3 more times. Inhale, really push into the ball. And as you exhale, feel all the gut work that you're doing, eating those seeds and beans, leafy greens. 2 more. Inhale. Really powerful breaths, everyone. Exhale. One last one. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly curl your toes under and come up to all fours and pause for a moment to feel what you did in that delicious movement. Come onto your palms and start swinging that right kneecap in and out to your chest. In and out. We're just loosening up that area that we really worked. Nice. And you might take half a knee and circle backwards. And half a knee and circle forwards. And then straighten the leg. And take that right leg all the way across your body to the left side. flattening your toe so that the toe is flat, the shins are stretched. And then you're going to pull your hip to the right, and you're going to look to the left, and you're going to pull that whole area that we just juicied up, stretching our back, our deep core muscles, all the way over, across. Keep going. Keep pulling that lateral flexion of lower back. One more breath here. Come back to center. Find your ball again. Come down onto the left side and do your thing on the left side of your body, whatever it beckons you to do. Not only do we show up every time and give more than we take and show respect, confidentiality, and we listen well, and we're genuine, we expose our authentic true self, and we don't make judgment of the other person. This next thing is called empathy. In my company, I had a very expensive person come in with all my top managers. And there's things for top managers to grow the company of qualities. And empathy was one of the qualities that they measure for managers. Well, my empathy was over the top, which is not good, because as an owner of a company, if your empathy is too high, forget it. You got to kind of get rid of people and do things like that. Anyways, but empathy in everyday life is huge to have, to be able to demonstrate is paramount. It's just friends lean on friends. And if you're able to connect and really listen to what they're saying, this relationship will not falter. And then you feel for them. You feel what they feel. You can climb in their shoes. How is your empathy today? So you can have too much of something or not enough. All right, are we ready? Come down, palm over palm. If it's too much for you, don't. And on the in-breath, you're pushing into your ball. Head is on floor if your body will allow. And as you exhale, it comes into you. Continue on with your breath. Oh, that gossip, it feels good to gossip. They've found through the research that people are the most less than who gossip the most. They have poor self-esteem. The people who say, oh, don't tell anybody, but many times this is a way to foster connection, but a very negative way. Did you see? Wow, don't tell anybody. This is a secret. Other negative people will be wanting other negative people. Do you want that kind of a relationship? Do you have high self-esteem and you don't need to knock other people down to share stories that are theirs? Last couple of breaths here, you're doing beautifully. Next, you respond in a timely manner. In our company, it was a 24-hour return on all communication. So somebody emailed you and you don't know the answer. You'd say, oh, sorry, I don't know the answer. I need another week or something. A 24-hour policy is what we had in our company of phone response. Slowly come up to all fours. And when you're ready, start that kneecap on the left side, swinging forward and back. If you want a friendship, respond within 24 hours and just say, sorry, I can't respond any more than that, because it builds super trust and reliability. Do you want to be thought of as a reliable person? The lack of response, you don't know what's out there. You're thinking, well, how do they feel? Just say, I'll get back to you in 2 days. And slowly circle the knee around, half circle in one direction. And the other direction. And when you're ready, come down to your elbows and wide knees. And one last pull back through your armpits. That's it. Oh, thank you, Gary. Gary just pointed out we forgot a pose. Thank you. Wow. Please help me in class always, everybody. You can jump up onto the chat line and say, Barb, you forgot the pose. Go back. Keep those armpits pulling. Does everybody remember the pose that I forgot? Nod your head. Yes, I do. Come into it. Come onto all fours. And if you don't remember the pose that I forgot, look around you. And lots of people with the toe curled down, up, down, up, whatever it is, you choose. Anyways, the front of the leg should be flat, so you're stretching the shin. And then what do? You pull yourself around and really feel that big lower back twist. Oh, you all went into it. You're all listening. How wonderful. You own your own practice. It brings joy to me. Then slowly and carefully roll onto your back and pick up your strap. And some of you will still want something behind your head. So if you like a block or a pillow or a blanket, put it behind your head if not. And take your strap and wrap it around the arches of your feet because the hamstring are calling for a release. Make a big V shape with your legs and start rolling around anywhere that feels good for you with your strap. Wow. This friendship is amazing. There's so many people in this room that I have that relationship with that I'm talking about. Thank you so much, all of you, for being such wonderful, deep friends. You show up every time, you give more than you take, you show sincere respect, you show confidentiality on trust, you're a good listener, you're genuine, you don't judge, you don't exploit, you empathize, and you don't gossip about me. Thank you very much. And you respond in a timely manner when I say, how are you doing? That you say back to me, I get back to you how I'm feeling. Take the right leg out of the strap, bringing both heels up. Extend that right leg along the floor and pull it away from you. Hold that pose. Take the strap into the left hand and bring the elbow inside the kneecap on the left. And start to bend the knee. The elbow is inside the knee. Bend the knee as much to your armpit as you can. Pull it way to the side with your heel over top of the knee. And extend the long leg away from you. So pull it away from your body. Pull, pull. So we're trying to get the hip flexor on the right, the long leg to release. And we're trying to juicy up the hip on the left. Beautiful. Couple more breaths here. And then trying to keep the kneecap where it is. Just lift the heel slightly to sky, keeping the kneecap where it is. A little bit more. Push that butt down now on the left. This is for the sciatic nerve. So the leg isn't straight, it's pulling down. And then bend the knee again, push it down into that armpit more. Heel is over top. And then one last time, hardly moving, but push your butt into ground and pull the heel to sky and feel your sciatic nerve. There's a bunch of muscles that run on that hip that get compressed. And then slowly heel to sky, hold on with both hands. Open your mouth with a ah. Bend the knee into chest. Hold on to the strap with your opposite hand on the right. And bring your heel into your groin and let the kneecap drop down and hold on to the strap with both hands now. And push the kneecap down to the floor as you have your heel in your groin. Then take the strap into the left hand now and take the right arm out in H shape. H shape right above your head. And then bring it into U shape. And all you're going to do with that arm is bring it into M shape and back to U shape. M shape, back to U shape. Continue this full rotation in this very flat capsule that doesn't have much muscular structure. And then come up to U shape and pull your armpit wide, pull your elbow wide, and back of palm is pushing into floor. Push, 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 and release. And then come into M shape and pull your elbow wide. Pull, internal rotation, hard for the shoulder, but needs to be able to be done. And release. Bring both hands to strap. Start to bend the knee on the right and bring the foot flat to the floor, keeping the heel on top. So the heel on the left is on top of the right knee. Holding onto the strap with both hands, flap, flap, flap your knee. Just flap it. Just flap it. Let it go. And then when you're ready, out of your flap, pause. Hold onto the strap with both hands. Pull the heel a little bit deeper into the groin and lift that right leg off the floor to your chest. Hold that pose and rock away from your left hip. So it's just a tiny rock to pull on the fibers. Or some of you might like it better just staying quiet and pulling that hip on the left down into ground. What works for you right now? Oh, this deep friendship pulsating through our bodies. Offer advice upon request. You know, those friends that always say, well, I've got the answer, I got the answer. Especially if you have children and they're your friends. Don't offer any advice until they ask you. Trust me, I've been there before. You want to witness and follow their train of thought because most of the time we can find our own solution. If you're always offering advice, you're not probably listening to them. And of course, the next thing is don't interrupt. How many times do you have a great story to tell? Well, I'll tell my story. Yeah. Oh, I have a friend who had that same. No. It's their story that you're listening to. This isn't about you. People that interrupt through research lack emotional intelligence. That's called EI, emotional intelligence. How's your emotional intelligence that you don't interrupt and tell your story? All right, slowly start bicycling your legs just to release those hips and make a few sounds like or maybe some ha's and who's and whatever. And then straighten your legs along the floor and pause. Can you sit in the reverberation of all of this practice, physically, mentally, and spiritually? And lastly, of a deep friendship is they bring you great joy. Laughter, deep communication, fun, games, dancing. Oh, I love to dance. So you have the positive, and then you let go in joy. Be fun to be around. Be positive. How is your joy today? When you're ready, pick up your strap and wrap it around the arch of your foot. Bring your heels to the sky, and once again, widen your legs and roll side to side and have a little, just let it all go. That feels good. Maybe pull your tail on and off, really pulling on all those back muscles that have been twisted and stretched. And when your body's ready, bring your feet together and take the left leg out of the strap and the right heel to sky. Holding that left leg out, flexing the right heel to sky, holding that pose. Keep pulling that left leg away from you. And then take the strap into the right hand and bring the elbow to the inside of the right knee and start to bend the knee out to the side, to the armpit. And try to keep the heel over top of the knee. So go less out to the side, but kill the heel over top of the knee. And start softly pulling down with a bent knee. And then extending that leg way out in front of you on the left side, on the right, whatever side. Left leg. Pull, pull. And then remember, you're going to now just the sciatic nerve, you're trying to get into the nerve at the hip, back of the hip. So all you do is push that hip on the right into ground and just straighten the leg just slightly. And that'll pull all the compression away from that nerve, all those muscles that sit on it. Hold it there. And then again, release. And last time, pull that knee and push the butt into floor now in that position. Push. Push. And then slightly, keeping the push, lift your heel to sky slightly. Push down one more time. Then take your strap into the left hand and bring the heel into the upper groin and let the knee drop down. Focus on the kneecap releasing and the abdominals releasing and your shoulders releasing. There's a muscle called the sartorius, which runs from the middle of the front of the hip and it bows down to the inside of the knee. This is a sartorius stretch. This is why I pretty well do tree in class every day, because it's hard to get to this muscle, and tree does it. You're doing lying tree right now. When your body is ready, keep the heel where it is, hold on to the strap with both hands, and bend the knee and bring the foot flat to the floor on the left. And hold that pose. And then start to flap that leg just to pull on what's called your glute med and minimus. How's everything behind your head? Are you happy, or do you need something more behind your head of desire? Check it out. Chin is very touched deep into your chest. And then come to quiet. And you might choose to pull the heel closer down into the groin. Hold on with both hands for grip strength. And bring that left leg into your chest. Pause and flex both feet. And if it feels good for you, roll towards your left side and release, pulling on the fiber of the glute max. You might decide to pull to one side and pull the butt down. And I'd like to thank you for showing up every time for this community of yoga and giving your full presence. You're giving to me more than you're taking. And you're showing respect, confidentiality, being a good listener. You're authentic and you're empathetic. We don't gossip. We respond in timely manner. We offer advice upon request. We do not interrupt, and we bring immense joy. What a greater gift. True friendship is to be cherished. Start to bicycle your legs. Oh, yes, it's kind of like the garden, you know. It requires planting and nurturing and sunshine and rain and weeding, overcoming the hailstorms. That's a metaphor of a friendship, is the changing weather. And slowly and quietly, take whatever you have away. And I'd like you to, for the next couple of minutes, do a practice for yourself that you might feel that you need or want. Some of you might want a longer Shavasana, but we'll be doing individual practice. Just let your body take you wherever it takes you. Here's a toast to friends. Here's to friends who give us grace to cancel the plans we made when we are a different version of ourselves. Those times when you're sad or depressed and the friend says, I'll give you grace. Here's to the friends who never say, I told you so, but instead sit down and get comfortable to hear the entire story that you have already known. Here's to friends who send little videos of things that bring you joy every day. Here's to friends who have our secrets in their pockets and keep them very safely guarded always. Here's to friends who show up for the happy. Here's to friends who show up for the sad. Here's to friends that see the importance of showing up for the sadness and the happiness. Here's to friends we just could not be without. Here's to friends who are there for the roller coaster ride of life. Here's to friends who bring in light when the light is scarce and the darkness is bold. Here's to you, and here's to them. We're blessed indeed to have these kind of friends. Finishing wherever you're at in your practice, find your Shavasana, which is a few minutes of integration of all of your poses. You might use a blanket on your body. You might use a pillow behind your head or eye pillows. Check out your body at what it needs. Portals are open of life. You can receive the wisdom. Who in your life raises you up upon that mountain more than you can do and see? Just let their faces float by. You raise me up. May you know how much I love you and respect you. May you know how much I trust and feel safe with you. May we forgive each other and develop resiliency between us. And may we be loyal, honest, and supportive to each other. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe a little soft sound of, and maybe bring your arms above your head, massaging your body. Maybe bring one knee to chest and follow it with the other knee to chest and rock side to side. Maybe have a little run with your knees to just massage your lower back. And when your body's ready, roll towards me. Turn your nose to Mother Earth, honoring her for her support in your life, that ground, that earth. Give deep thanks for nature, the smells, places we feel safe, and the friends that we have. Slowly push your palms into floor and come up to sitting. Closing your eyes and just feeling yourself blissful that you showed up to stretch and strength. Really sit in the residual aptitude of joy. Let the metabolic feeling of your opening pulse through your body. A reaffirmment of our ritual of yoga, our friend of yoga. And then bring both hands to prayer and in honoring of all of you, all my friends here and online, namaste. And once again, we always thank our own body for the practice, which is the main things for showing up and getting out of bed. And also all those gifts that we have, we give away to all those friends and loved ones into the world. Thank you so much.